All right. Okay, we are back. I don't remember how the dialogue is with this game. I wonder if I can just put myself back on up top. Let's give it a try.
Rock bottom introductory price of $2 million. The number to call is 1-800-STAR Wars.
All right.
Amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Let's check the options real quick. Yeah, that's fine. And subtitles on. Good. All right. Okay. All right. Sequel to Maniac Mansion. Let's just launch right in. The only returning character, well, I mean, main character that you play as is Bernard, the dork, the nerd. And then, of course, the Edison family, whose mansion we broke into in the first game. No, we don't need the developer's commentary right now. Oh, and I should say, this is the remaster. This is a Day of the Tentacle remastered. So, you know, updated graphics and whatnot.
I'm thirsty.
I don't think you should drink that. It looks bad for you.
Nonsense. It makes me feel great. Smarter. More aggressive. I feel like I could...
Take over the world.
Like I could... Take on the world.
Didn't realize this was so much newer than the original. Yeah, this was, I think Maniac Mansion
Look,
was like...
Cody, it's a hamster.
80 something.
Just what I need for dissection lab tomorrow.
Definitely in the 90s.
I think I need that for the band, Laverne. You know, like we could bite its head off or whatever.
Hands off that hamster.
Friend of yours, Bernard?
He belongs to Weird Ed Edison, and it looks like he's brought us a note. It's from my old friend, Green Tentacle. He says that Purple Tentacle's mutated into an insane genius, and Dr. Fred's going to kill them both.
Delicious sewer water. Not as good as radiation water.
I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever. But now I know that I must go back to the mansion.
All right, yes, we gotta go back to the mansion. Let's see, 1993 from what I'm seeing. Not sure how much different the remaster looks though. Oh yeah, 2016 was the remaster. I think we can switch it over once we get control again and kind of compare pretty cartoony looking, but, you know, probably more pixelated. Irradiated water versus sewer water. I wonder which one would sell better. Maybe the irradiated one for possible superhero powers. People probably want that. But I mean, maybe sewer water could do that. Get a little small thing going. I don't know. Clearly, sewer water is good enough to give a tentacle arms and the, I guess, ability to take over the world somehow. Irradiated water is probably harder to find.
Okay,
yeah.
We'll spread out commando style. Laverne, you go secure the area behind those double doors. Hoagie, you take care of upstairs reconnaissance. I'll maintain Command HQ here, in the lobby.
What are we looking for?
We've got to find where Dr. Fred is holding the tentacles.
This better not take too long. I've got an anatomy final tomorrow.
And I've got a show to set up later tonight. If I'm late, I don't get to test the drums.
If I know Dr. Fred, he's got the tentacles tied up in his secret lab. Question is, where's his secret lab?
All right, and we got our controls, blah, 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 who cares? All right, we're back in control. First, let me fix that weird echo issue on my end. There we go. So happy I can actually fix that. I know it's not a thing that anybody can hear on the stream, but yeah, that whole deal where if I play more than one game on stream, it echoes in my headphones. But easily fixed now. Okay, so let's see if we can change. Yeah, remastered classic.
The number to call is 1-800.
Okay, this is the classic graphics right here from the 90s. Still not bad. Not bad for the you know, the time. Of course, it's going to be kind of pixely and whatnot. But we'll hang out with the remastered. Why not?
Special rock bottom introductory price of $2 million. The number to call is 1-800.
Let's see. Yeah, if you get good enough marketing. You can just make it as a byproduct of a nuclear power plant. Clean and profitable. Perfect, perfect. The remaster just added pixel. Yeah. Yeah, it is amazing how fast games were changing back then. They definitely really upped the thing, you know, graphically and whatnots.
That one looks like it's from a local hardware store.
All right, let's go ahead and pick that up. All right, nobody's about. Nobody is about. All right, Swiss bank book. We'll go ahead and take it. Boo Boo Be Gone. We'll go ahead and take it.
Wow, it's from my favorite movie.
LucasArts. Let's look at the camera.
I hope no one's watching. I look so goofy on video.
go ahead. Can we
I
use
don't
the
have
phone?
anyone to call.
Oh, you don't have anyone to call. All right. We know there
I
is...
don't really want it.
Oh, open. There is a safe back there. Just get that ready. All right. We got a dime in the phone. I need some boo-boo be gone in my life. Yeah, I think we all could use a little bit of that. Okay. So as a kid, I remember being stuck in this room for a little while. This was a classic one. You know, real little kid. Can't go in there because Laverne is in there. Can't go upstairs because Hoagie is up there. Stupid me didn't realize that this was a door.
Aha! A secret passage. This is all
Yeah.
too easy.
It is all too easy. Let's go in.
Laverne, how'd you get upstairs?
Am I upstairs? I got lost.
Seen any tentacles?
What's a tentacle?
Oh, just something I whipped up in my spare time. Made good pets, actually. Until one of them tried to take over the world. Had to tie the little buggers up in the basement.
Good thing you told us that.
Yeah, Bernard wanted us to set them free.
Thank God you weren't that stupid. Did you say Bernard?
Okay, you're free to go.
Thanks, Bernard.
Yes, thank you, naive human. Now I can finish taking over the world.
Wait!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Now I remember.
that's
He's
right.
incredibly evil, isn't he?
I'll try to talk him out of it.
All right, you go do that.
Well, what possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do?
Leaping lab rat!
You didn't think
Dr.
just to walk
Fred.
into the clock?
What have
No,
you
I
done this
didn't.
time, you meddling milquetoast? Now Purple Tentacle is free to use his evil mutant powers to take over the world
These games,
and
the
enslave
puzzles
all
in these games
humanity.
did drive me crazy as a kid,
Whoops.
though.
Our only
Like,
hope now
to
is
where,
to turn
like, I
off
would
my
get so
sludge-o-magic
stuck on
machine
something and then be thinking
prevent
about
the
it, like,
toxic
the next day
mutagens
at
from
school,
entering the
like,
river.
all day. Like,
Isn't it a little late
what do
for
I
that,
do?
Doctor?
What do I do?
Of course, that's why I'll have to do it. Yesterday, through the time machine.
This is all your fault, Bernard.
Behold, children, the Chronogon.
Doc, can't you just send Bernard?
No, you must all go to increase the odds that one of you will make it there alive.
Have any people ever been hurt in this thing?
Of course not. This is the first time I've ever tried it on people. Well, I'll be.
Bernard, float over here so I can punch you.
This must be that Woodstock place Mom and Dad are always talking about.
All right,
What
time
could it all
traveling.
mean?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Die. Die.
We may not live to see yesterday.
I'm sure Dr. Fred wouldn't have done this if it weren't safe.
Sure.
After all, he is a doctor.
It works! I can't believe it!
Yeah,
And
he is
they
a doctor
said
in
imitation
mummifying
diamond
and
wasn't
bandages.
good enough.
We found out in Maniac Mansion.
Uh-oh.
Whoopsie daisy, just released a humanity enslaving tentacle. Yeah, whoops. Whoops. My bad.
Cheap mail order jewels.
What happened to Hoagie and Laverne?
I knew I should have bought a real diamond.
Are they alive?
My dials say that the larger specimen landed 200 years in the past, and the other is stuck 200 years in the future.
Well, hurry up and bring them back.
I will, as soon as I get a new diamond. Then all your buddies have to do is plug in their respective chronogens and...
Plug them in? Where is Hoagie going to find an electrical outlet 200 years in the past?
Yes, well, he'll be needing my patented super battery then, won't he?
Sure.
Now, where did I put those patented super battery plans of mine?
Plans? How are we going to get Hoagie plans?
Don't worry me with details, boy. Just help me find the plans. They're in this house somewhere.
Now what am I going to do?
I think I made myself perfectly clear.
Have
Step
you?
1, find plans.
Okay.
Step 2, save world.
Sure.
Step 3, get out of my house. Let's get cracking.
All right. Okay, we're back in control. Might be a good time to just make a save. Okay, so this thing, our main task right now is to find the plans for the super battery. Now, I remember being so stuck on this as a kid. I explored the entire mansion. I could never find it. It was nowhere.
Maybe I put them upstairs. That's got to be it. Upstairs.
Nope, nope. They're actually right here. Right here the whole time.
I've got the plans.
Quick, we have to flush them to Hoagie.
How did you get over there?
My ingenious super battery design, please.
You really
Yeah,
flushed
fake
them.
out. Yeah.
Yes.
Down the toilet.
No, through time. Using the highly sophisticated time flux hydraulic vortex chamber I've
Sure.
installed in each chronogen, you can flush small inanimate objects to each other through time. Flush small inanimate objects to each other through time.
Hello? Dr. Fred, can you hear me? Drat.
Did you hear something?
No, let's see if what's-his-name catches on.
Oh, great. I'm stuck in colonial times, tentacles are taking over the world, and now the toilet's backing up.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
Okay, come over here. It's your old pal, Dr. Fred.
Dr. Fred, how'd you get in there?
I want you to pick up those plans you see in the chronogen, Hoagie. Bring them to Red Edison. He's my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He'll know what to do.
You need the plans to make a super battery so you can plug in your chronogen.
Okay, if you say so, Bernard.
Sure.
Good boy. Does he have any experience with electronics?
Well, I once saw him take 3,000 volts directly through his head without batting an eye.
Didn't he pass out?
Well, he was already passed out when it happened.
Time for me to save the world, I guess.
All right. Well, we're saving the world.
So as soon as Hoagie gets that battery working, we're set.
I'm afraid not. We still need a diamond for the main unit. And your friend in the future needs power too, if she's still alive.
Alive?
Get me out of here! I like trees and everything, but this one has got to go.
Don't worry, we'll deal with that tree eventually. So yes, this is kind of like a fun little time travel adventure. Oh, okay, we got the Sledge-O-Matic.
Warning, output from this device is highly toxic and may cause tyrannical delusions if ingested.
Maybe we can turn it off.
There, it's off. But it's too late now.
Oh, what a shame. That's a lot of greats. Yeah, that certainly is a lot of greats. My man got transported to the medieval times. Well, not so much medieval times, but we're actually gonna have a little adventure with some of the American founding fathers. So we get to mess around with history a little bit, which will be fun.
Hey, Dr. Fred. We have to do something.
What do you suggest, college boy? No diamond for the central unit, no power for the chronojons. A mutant monster of my own creation, roaming the countryside, taking over the world. It's a dark day for mad science.
Why can't we just fix the time machine?
It needs a whole new diamond. Now where am I going to get the money?
I thought you were rich.
Well, I didn't get all the money I expected from that TV show about us. We had to rent out our mansion as a hotel just to make ends meet. If only I had signed that contract in time.
Yes, who remembers the Maniac Mansion TV show? The Canadian show? That was on for, what, one season back in the day? And it was very, very, very different from the game. Wait, did the doctor turn tyrannical because he was drinking from that thing? Purple Tentacle, kind of did. Well, Purple Tentacle was always a little kind of evilish anyways. So maybe the radioactive sludge helped a little bit. So the deal with, like, Dr. Fred, he was evil in the first game because he was under the influence of the meteor. We didn't really get that far, unfortunately. So he's not like a bad guy. Oh, what TV show about you?
What TV show about you?
Well, after that incident when I was possessed by a meteor from outer space, somebody decided to make a show about us, but they didn't pay us anything. All we got was a cut of the video game.
Wow, that thing made millions.
Yes, I forgot to sign the royalty contract in time, though. I still have it in my safe upstairs.
Let's see.
Let's go get the contract out of the safe and sign it.
I forgot the combination.
But that's so stupid, Dr. Fred.
I know. It gives my enormous brain nightmares. Every night I dream about opening the safe, but I find something horrible inside and slam it shut. Over and over again, night after night.
Is that why you drink so much coffee?
Puzzle clue.
I haven't slept in 2 years.
Well, gotta go save the world.
Good luck.
Poor Dr. Fred. He could have finally gotten paid. Well, funny you say that. And we do have time machines, don't we? All right, how do we... Okay, there we go. All right, let's go back to the 1700s here. let's kind of just oh, meanwhilest 400 years later.
Get me down from here!
We're working on it, Laverne. We're working on it. Don't worry. I don't know if there's anything in here yet. Oh, there is.
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
Okay, all right. Patent application. Okay, so that's
It's the
super
battery plants I'm supposed to give to that red Edison dude.
Okay, so we want to send this to Bernard.
Well, I'll just run to the Chronojon.
There's something in the Chronojon.
And then let's look at our inventory here.
It's from George's hardware. George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement.
They sure should. All right, let's head inside here. All right, we got our mummy friend, and well, we know all about the secret lab down here. Oh! Actually, before we do that, let's head back upstairs as Bernard in the 90s, present day. Yeah, help wanted sign. Let's pick that up. Send that to
I'll use the Chronojon.
Hoagie. There we go.
Hey,
What is it?
you look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal. Then again, maybe not.
Do you know Ben Franklin?
Franklin? I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball. He has the stupidest idea about glasses with one red lens and one blue one.
What are you doing?
I'm inventing, you simpleton. What's it look like I'm doing?
Don't you call me a simpleton.
I know an inventor who looks a bit like you.
Well, it's not one of my sons, that's for sure. It appears that I, Red Edison, foremost genius of my day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors. My nearly indistinguishable sons have decided that they want to be artists. I think it was Jed's idea. Or is it Ned? Ah, well, the left-handed one at any rate. Must be some sort of bad blood on their mother's side.
What are you inventing?
It's a new size-independent fastening mechanism based on circular geometry.
Well, see you later.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter.
All right, let's get the plans to old Red here.
Super battery, eh? Brilliant design. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I need is oil, vinegar, and some gold.
All right. And while we're here, let's get a job.
What's this? Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada. Well, I'm the only genius around, and you look dumb enough. So pick up your lab coat and get to work.
All right, let's pick up our lab coat. Left-handed hammer. We'll take the left-handed hammer.
Hey, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well.
Help wanted moronic drone. Basically. If it were that easy to get a job, damn. Yeah. If only. He wasn't even looking for one. We stole that sign from the present day and brought it back to the past, but... yeah. If only.
It's covered with plans and junk.
Alright, there's like something up here that we need. But I don't think he's gonna move out of the way for now, so we might have to come back later. So we need like oil... Was it oil, vinegar, and gold or something? Alright, well, we can go meet the Founding Fathers. We got John Hancock here.
Yo.
Hello?
What's up, you cold?
Cold? I'm freezing.
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to build a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
He's going to give the log to starving children?
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if George I spent the winter in Valley Forge, Washington was cold, we'd get some heat in here.
A little puzzle hint there. We gotta make George Washington cold somehow. I love this voice actor. Yeah, some of the voice acting in this game is just classic. Just classic. Love it.
What are you guys doing in here?
We're writing
We're drafting a constitution for the United States.
Don't say draft, you'll only make me colder.
Wimp.
Oh man. Getting made fun of by Thomas Jefferson.
Well, why don't you put a coat on?
I'm wearing a coat, you nitwit. I've even got this blanket which makes me itch, and I'm still freezing.
Shouldn't you guys be working instead of just sitting there?
Writer's block. We can't think of any amendments or anything, so we put a suggestion box over there. I don't suppose you have any brilliant ideas?
Oh, I do. Well, this seems like an obvious one. You could guarantee the right to free speech, right? Isn't that an amendment?
You could guarantee the right to free speech.
Free speech? No, that'll never work.
Awesome blanket there, dude.
Thank you. It was given to me by my dear old colorblind Aunt Hattie.
How come you sign your name so big?
Astigmatism.
You mean you have like a childhood complex?
All right. The truth is that a friend once told me that women go crazy over guys with a big signature.
Well, I gotta go, dude.
That's true, right? Okay, so we have this.
George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement.
Doesn't that sound like something that should be in the Constitution? Let's try it.
Boy, it's sure quiet in here. I wonder if there might be any ideas worth discussing in the suggestion box. Maybe somebody should take a look.
I say, lads, I have an idea.
Does it have anything to do with starting a fire?
No. I was thinking it's about time we open
No
the suggestion
fire.
box. Don't you agree?
Sure, George, if you say so.
Yes, whatever you think is fine with us.
Excellent.
What's he thinking? No one of any importance has been here all day. What could be in the suggestion box?
Perhaps he intends to suggest something himself.
Oh. Here's a suggestion. It says, George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. What do you think, gentlemen?
Whatever you say, George.
Your name's on it. I'm sure you must have a good reason for suggesting it.
Yes. It's strange. I don't quite... Well, I'm sure I had a reason for it. If there are no objections, we shall add it to the Constitution immediately. No? Good, and so shall it be law.
What's a vacuum cleaner?
All right, we got a vacuum cleaner for a later puzzle in another time period. It's a great idea to have a suggestion box for getting stuff inserted into the Constitution. Exactly. Gotta get the good suggestions. Put it out there for the people. The not really anybody around.
Hey, tall, dark, and spiffy, my name's Hoagie.
Well, how quaint. I am, of course, Thomas Jefferson, noted scholar, musician, horseman, student of the sciences, member of the bar.
Oh, sure, I've heard of you, dude. What's in the can, Tommy?
Thomas. My name is Thomas, and this, my chubby friend, is a time capsule, filled with remembrances of our time to be revealed 400 years hence.
So, how's the time capsule going?
I'm sorry to say that except for my log, we haven't got a thing.
It's a good law to force people to have a vacuum cleaner. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. And, gotta keep things clean. I'm not sure what the deal is with every basement needs to have a vacuum cleaner. Like a separate vacuum cleaner just for the basement? A clean society is a smart society. Yeah, exactly, Muscat. Exactly.
Dude, is that like the Constitution?
It is. Now that our esteemed leader has sparked us with his brilliant vacuum suggestion, we're really rolling. By tomorrow, we'll have finished all 9,800 amendments.
I hope they've got a good editor.
All right, 9,800 amendments.
Could you start a fire, please?
I'd love to oblige you, young man, but I can't. This is the only log, and I'm saving it for posterity.
Later, brah.
What? What's going to happen later?
All right, let's see. We got a pen.
Hey, keep your hands off that.
Can we just take the Constitution?
You can look, but don't touch.
Hey, Moon, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Too bad. We got the Gatorade. right, let's talk to old George Washington. I know, so sad.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Whoa, you're like George Washington.
Very much like him, according to my wife, Mrs. Washington.
Let's see. I'm alright, just trying to finish a document before bed. Well, hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it's not one of those 32-hour documents. Oh my god, that line is amazing.
Whoa.
Indeed.
Weren't you president or something?
Yes, I expect to be chosen president unanimously. I'm very well connected. Do you think I should be the ecology president or the education president?
Let's see. It's a short one. I've just been procrastinating all day. I get that. I completely understand. Yeah, that voice. The voice acting in this game is a treasure, let me tell you. Just wait until we get to Ben Franklin / the novelty salesman in the present day. The same characters in the different time periods have the same voice actors, so.
I'm a big fan of education.
Really? How surprising.
Oh, you calling us dumb?
Do you really have wooden teeth?
As a matter of fact, I do make use of artificial teeth. I find them to be far superior to the ordinary enamel variety.
He's supposed to be George Washington, but he sounds like a snooty version of JFK from Clone High. Well, true. Maybe. I mean, do we know what George Washington sounds like?
My Uncle Henry has false teeth too.
Fascinating, I'm sure.
Maybe he does. Maybe he did sound like snooty JFK.
Gee, I gotta go now.
Okay, so let's take a look. All right, we got the left-handed hammer, the lab coat. I think we need that down here, or in this time period, rather. Okay, so we got the oil. We got some spaghetti. Cabinets. Open up the cabinets. We got a brush. We'll take the bucket. I don't think... Yeah, I can't open that. Okay. And we'll use the bucket with the water pump. We'll get that going. There we go. Perfect. I don't think that...
I can't open it.
Nope. I can't open it. Okay, so spaghetti is eventually gonna go to the future, I believe. Oil, we do need in this time period for the super battery. All right, meanwhilest.
Those founding fathers are driving me nuts. Flag design changes every 5 minutes. Well, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm making them a flag, ready or not.
I might actually switch over to Bernard. We do have things to get here. Let's see. Let's open this door. Ah, yes, Uzo the Clown. Love Uzo the Clown.
I've never gotten over my childhood fear of Uzo. I hate that clown.
Do you? All right, let's open the grating.
Hey, boy, you missed the party.
You and the clown were having a party?
No, last night. At the Novelty Good Salesmen's Convention. I tell you, we novelty good salesmen know how to have a good time.
Has anyone ever told you you look like Don Corleone?
That's strange. My wife says I look like King Charles I. Oh, want a cigar?
Sure. Cigars? We like cigars?
Sure, lay one of those Havanan babies on me.
Thought I was gonna blow your head off there, didn't you? Well, you were right!
Hilarious exploding cigars!
You shouldn't smoke. It's a bad habit.
Nothing dangerous about that.
That cracks me up every time.
All right, but we got to go through that because that is going to be part of the puzzle later. All right, we got the grating open, so let's send the chattering teeth over there. Now we can pick them up. We'll need those teeth for the for later. Let's go get some coffee and some decaf. We'll pick up that fork.
I'm not touching it. These models have a history of leakage.
All right, we're not touching the microwave. Let's see. Good old whoever that guy is. What a card. Yeah. For a second, I thought the chattering teeth was your cursor, and I was going to lose my shit. Oh, if only. If only. I swear, wasn't Sam and Max, I think, the original Sam and Max Hit the Road, I think had a little teeth icon for the, like talking to people, which we'll confirm for sure. We're eventually going to get to that during our, LucasArts marathon here. All right. We got a funnel. Oh, actually, okay, we need the crowbar from the dude. I don't think we can get that yet. So we'll visit him later. I think we need something else first.
This beautiful 4,000-carat diamond can be yours today for the special rock-bottom introductory price of $2 million. The number to call is 1-800-STAR-WARS. Don't miss this amazing once-in-a-lifetime
that's the
opportunity.
diamond we need. It's only going to cost us $2 million, though. All right. And I remember being stuck on this with the old school as a kid, with the old non-remastered graphics. I could never see the keys behind this door. But there are keys here. We'll pick up the keys. Steal this guy's keys. He won't need them. He's just sleeping. He's having a good time. Let's see. I gotta say, this is one of the better funny on purpose games that I've seen in a while. I'm digging its sense of humor. These characters' animations are so lovely. Yes to both. I agree with you both. I do, like, you know, I've said it before already, probably numerous times, but like, I dig the aspect of Maniac Mansion being the Friday night B movie, and this being like the Saturday morning cartoon. This is it is very enjoyable. I do really like the goofy writing in this.
Hi. Don't sneak up on me like that.
What are you up to?
I locked my keys in the car.
If you're locked out, why break into the trunk?
I have a spare set of keys in there.
Oh, you do? Hey!
Nice crowbar.
Nice crowbar.
Thanks. Don't even think about asking to use it. I need it.
Funny on purpose. They should have had a genre name for that. All right. Hey, I think we can help you out, buddy.
Here, perhaps these are your keys.
Where? Gimme. Hey, thanks, pal. Keep the crowbar.
Thank you, masked man.
All right.
What sort of person would carry around this many keys?
I don't know. Well, the guy sleeping away is gonna be a little sad when he realizes his car is gone. All right, so we can use the crowbar to get the gum with the coin stuck on it. All right, and then we'll use that to get the coin out of the gum. We'll chew up the gum. Delicious. I swear to God, if you ask me to use it, I'll give it to you, but not the way you want. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So let's get some money.
$1968?
Christ.
1974? Oh, 1977.
All right. We got our quarters. Okay, so possible content warning when we step into this room for suicide. It's still a comedy thing, but I feel like I want to say that for you know, anybody that wants the that kind of content warning and maybe doesn't like the joke that's gonna happen here.
It's useless. No one will ever be interested in my design, so I'm ending my novelty inventing career right here in this
1984.
tacky
Oh
motel.
no!
How appropriate. I can't even do this right.
All right, we got a depressed guy in there. We'll just take his disappearing ink, and we'll talk to Dwayne.
Hi, my name's Bernard. What's yours?
Dwayne, isn't that depressing?
It is.
Gee, you look depressed.
You sure do.
What clued you in, Brainiac?
The gun was a good tip-off.
I'm having a crisis here, a warehouse of anguish. I'm a novelty goods designer by trade. I've come up with some fabulous ideas. The exploding lollipop, itching powder gum, and reverse 3D glasses, to name a few. The problem is, no one likes my designs. I send them all over the world and no one responds. I just wish someone would say they liked one just once. Oh, woe is me.
Maybe I can help cheer you up.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
All right, let's see.
Let's discuss philosophy.
Nothing more
Okay,
cheerier than
here's my
philosophy.
philosophy. Life is completely pointless, especially mine.
Would you say that existence constitutes purpose?
Oh, who cares? Philosophers are all failures like me who couldn't make it in a real profession.
Nice music they pipe in here, huh?
It's from the Elevator Classics series. It seems like this one tune has been on all day. I've never been so depressed in my life.
Let's see. Yeah, reverse 3D glasses. Yeah, I mean, we love reverse 3D glasses. We're wearing them, clearly.
Never mind.
All right, let's cheer this guy up. Do we have the thing?
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
Yes, okay.
Hey, there's a letter here for you.
For me? Probably another rejection slip. Oh well. You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
All right, let's get the gun. All right, so let's head back down to the exploding cigar man. A happy ending, exactly. That guy's gonna go all the way to Baltimore, and people are gonna be like, what are you doing here? But we did get vacuum cleaners added to the Constitution, at least. All right, so let's do this. Do a little switcheroo.
What's that strange hovering saucer-shaped object?
Huh? I don't see anything.
Oh, never mind. Hi there.
What can I do for you, kid?
So where is everybody?
The really big batch was last night. I guess they're all sleeping it off. So, want another cigar?
Oh, we sure do.
Okay, but only if you promise not to light it this time.
Would I do a thing like that?
All right, we got a free cigar.
Get lost, kid.
All right, no problem. We'll get lost. We got what we wanted. Oh my gosh. I'm heading out so I can bang this document out and go to bed, but first things first, a toast. A toast to you, Moonborn. Very good. Thank you for the hydration. You have a good night, Moon. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so let's send the cigar lighter to Hoagie and the exploding cigar. And those, the chattering teeth. All right, let's go fuck with George Washington here.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Mr. President, may I offer you an excellent smoke?
Can you also provide me with a light?
Sure.
Well, in that case...
Blast, I hate it when that happens. See if you can't find those for me, will you? There's a good lad.
All right. Oh, hey, George, we found your teeth.
Could you use these? Why, thank you, young man.
You're welcome.
Strange. I wonder if I should cut down on the coffee.
Hey, Tom, look. The father of our nation is cold. Better build a fire.
You're right. Huh? I guess you can have my log.
Me? Why should I build the fire? You build the fire.
I'm bothered by the smoke. You build the fire.
I'm bothered by your attitude. You build the fire.
No, you build the fire, Mr. Penmanship.
No, you build the fire, log lover.
No, you build the fire.
No, you build the fire.
2 hours later.
You big baby.
All right, we got a nice fire going. We'll swipe this blanket. No, you build the fire. Oh, all right.
Just about done with this. Then I'm grabbing the latest flag design and sewing it up. Then it's bye-bye, Betsy.
No, you're not even close to being done. All right, let's have a look around. All right, I remember this. Let's messy up George Washington's bed. Hit this.
Here I am, don't get your curls in an uproar. Excuse me, Mr. Washington. Boy, what a mess.
Sorry, ma'am. We just need to steal the soap from your cart here. All right, and we got a little homage to Max from Sam and Max here.
The late Max Addicks, his petard runneth over. A lamentable fate for such a patriotic dude.
I told you guys I'll get to the flag next. I'm working as fast as I can.
Hey, chill. Take your time.
Don't tell me you've got another design change for the flag.
I've got another design change for the flag.
I knew it. What's the current brainstorm from our fickle founding fathers?
Let's see.
We need a babe in a leather bikini swinging a broadaxe.
Oh, what the heck. At this point, I'd do anything just to have it over with. Put the pattern on the table, and I'll look at it when I'm done with this job.
All right. I think that would be a better flag. Much better flag than what we have now. All right. Okay, we got a wine bottle.
Grody, man. I don't go through people's underwear.
Oh, sorry.
I don't understand that technical stuff.
All right, so we don't want that.
Question is, which one's stuffed and which one's the real McCoy?
I assure you that we are both real, but we are neither one of us McCoys. We are Edisons, Ned and Jed.
Who's who?
Does it really matter? Even our dear father can't tell us apart. He only knows that one of us is left-handed while the other is right, but that neither of us are following in his tiny scientific footsteps. Hold still, Jed.
Yeah,
So,
Jed.
I'm almost too frightened to ask. Are you the marble delivery man? Or the model?
I'm the model. Should I take my clothes off now?
No. No, you most definitely should not.
Oh, why not?
We couldn't get your body shape right anyway, unless we cemented 2 slabs of marble together. But
I
then
think
your
we're being
statue would have
shamed
a
here.
big seam in it.
That's okay. It would have one anyway.
Look, don't call us. We'll call you.
Dang. I'm the delivery man, okay, if I unload in here?
Actually, we are well supplied with medium, so thank you, no.
This ain't medium, it's the extra large stuff.
Please go away. We artists are very sensitive to your kind of people.
What kind of people?
Yeah, what kind of people?
Big, dumb people.
Hey, now.
Sorry, hope I haven't jostled you.
Too late.
Alright, so he's got a right-handed hammer. And we have a left-handed hammer. Let's go ahead and do a little switcheroo.
Oh no! I've lost it! Oh, where hath gone the muse that once guided my hand with such care? Must inspiration be so transitory? Must art be so cruel? I'm a failure. Don't say that, Ned. Father was right. We Edisons are made to be scientists, not artists. Dear brother, we must be strong in these times of creative adversity. Why don't you let me take over for a while? I'll clean this rubble up and start over. You relax. Have a cappuccino. I'm glad we switched places. I think you're coming out quite well.
Okay, so yeah, that was doing a puzzle that we didn't even really get yet. But because I know what to do, we did it. We did it then. All right. Okay, good. We got the red paint.
Yipe.
Let's see.
Where am I gonna put it?
Oh,
Where am I gonna put it?
I don't know.
Very Spartan. Where am I gonna put it?
Oh, how do we do this one?
Where am I gonna put it?
I don't remember. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I guess we'll come back later. I don't think we need the mouse yet. But we can do this. We'll put the blanket over the chimney. Get it nice and smoky inside.
Okay. Who was the idiot who started the fire?
All right. Now we can head back down to the I don't know, the Constitution room and steal that gold-plated pen, which will be the gold we need for the super battery. Oh, if only we could swipe the Constitution as well.
It looks pretty clear in here now. Say, did you get the pen on our way out?
No,
I found a blanket blocking the chimney.
Son, do you know anything about
chimney.
a blanket? Didn't the dude next to you have one earlier?
Yeah, John Hancock.
Hey, catch you later.
All right, so, we didn't have the conversation with George Washington, but it's also one of those little like rumor things. Being taught about how George Washington would chop down cherry trees, you know, like in elementary school or whatever nonsense. But we have a kumquat tree.
Kumquats.
Yes. How do we make them into cherries? Well, we got red paint. All right. That is a perfect cherry tree right there. So we can get, would George Washington chop down a kumquat tree? No, he won't. He only chops down cherry trees. So we made a good cherry tree for him. And now we'll be able to get Laverne down out of the tree 400 years in the future. Oh, no, yeah, just talk to him.
Excuse me. Yes? Is it true about you and the cherry tree? Oh, yes, it's quite true. Why, I've cut down acres of cherry trees in my day. Would you give me a demonstration? I don't see why I should.
Oh,
I've been thinking about what you said about cherry trees. Pondering the great truths, eh? Well? I bet you've lost it. You couldn't cut down a tree to save your grandmother.
Yeah, George.
Lost it, have I? Why, I'd show you a thing or two if there were a cherry tree nearby. But as you can see, oh, well, what do you know? There is a cherry tree out there. Well, let's go chop the sucker down.
I said come down from there at once!
Try to understand. I'm stuck in this.
Voila! You're quite a man. Yes, I know.
All right, so we got Laverne down. Looks like the tentacles, the purple tentacles, have taken over in the future there. Let's see.
The water's all sudsy now.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to do that till later. Oh, okay. We have the wine bottle.
Thank you. This is exactly the sort of thing I need for the time capsule. I'll bury it tonight, and it won't be seen for hundreds of years. Future generations are in your debt.
Whoa.
All right. I don't remember if it was in this time or in the future. But we'll see if we can eventually find the time capsule. And that's how we get vinegar for the super battery. All right, we haven't been in here yet.
Green!
Bernard!
What are you doing up here?
Well, I couldn't stop Purple, and he's gonna go out and conquer the world, and I'm afraid of what he'll do if he catches me, if Dr. Fred doesn't find me first. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Hey!
What's up, Bernard?
How's your new band doing?
Green tea and the sushi platter? We're doing great! We've decided to really capitalize on our strongest quality as a band.
See, he's doing a lot better than in Maniac Mansion. His band has hit it off. I like to think that the demo tape we helped with in our completely successful playthrough of Maniac Mansion really helped him out.
Intoxicating 3-part vocal harmony?
Volume, man, volume! We have a chance to win a Grimy Award as the loudest new band. We're pulling out all the stops.
All right.
Have you gotten any airplay?
No, we're a little too experimental for most radio stations, but we have a huge following in the club scene.
There we go.
Weren't you looking for a new guitarist a while back?
Yes, but we decided to go with a guy who plays power tools instead. We can generate a lot more sound that way.
Well, sure, that's probably true.
Are you working on an album?
Yeah, we're doing a CD called Rap on the Forehead. I've got a few tracks hooked up through the stereo if you want to hear them.
That's great.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right.
Yeah! Good
Let's,
luck in saving the world, B-Man.
Let's listen to his music, but first, we're gonna push the speaker down, because we have some fake vomit on the ceiling that we need to get down.
Wow! This is loud. It looks too heavy for me to pick up. Whew.
All right. Rocking there. Very good. All right, let's pop into old Nurse Edna.
Excuse me.
What is it? I'm rather... Say, aren't you Bernard Bernoulli?
Yes, that's right.
I knew it! You broke into our mansion a few years ago to save your little friend. What did you come for this time?
I'm trying to keep a tentacle from conquering the world.
Really? How nice.
That's very nice.
How's Dr. Fred doing?
Well, he's still upset about the family financial situation, seeing that it's his fault and all. But he seems a lot better now that he stopped sleepwalking.
How did he wreck the family finances?
Well, we should have made millions on the computer game they made about us. But the resident genius locked the contract in the safe in his office and forgot the combination.
How did he manage to stop sleepwalking?
He stopped sleeping. Fred drinks a lot of coffee. Me, I only drink decaf.
And yep, there is a little clue there.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Come back anytime, you big hunk.
Oh. Yeah. we need to use this VCR. She won't let us, though. So we gotta get rid of her.
Well, you know what they say. If you want to save the world, gotta push a few old ladies down the stairs.
And so the little puzzle thing that we did with the statue and how it like switched sides, the original statue, she'd be able to grab onto this and you know, not get pushed out of the room. But we already did that, so all right, let's pop the videotape in there for later. All right, rash of cow tipping baffles police. Triangular man spotted at scene. Step 1 of world domination is doing some cow tipping, I guess.
Hey, aren't you Weird Ed Edison, the paramilitary nut?
Why, yes, Hey, do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Bernard Bernoulli. I broke into your house 5 years ago, kidnapped your hamster, broke into your piggy bank.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell, but I can't remember much about that period anyway. My psychotherapist thinks something traumatic happened to me back then that I'm blocking out.
So you gave up the crazy military commando thing?
I'm much better now. I don't have those bad thoughts anymore. Now I collect stamps.
That's quite a nice collection. Can I have it?
Yeah, gimme.
No. I mean, no. They mean a lot to me. Sometimes I think they're the only friends I've got.
Nice hamster. Does he do tricks?
No, he just sits there. I used to have a really smart hamster, but something happened to him.
Yes, the classic, in a Maniac Mansion, you can steal his hamster and put it in the microwave and turn the microwave on, and, well, you can imagine what would happen, in that case.
What happened to the old hamster?
Yeah.
I don't remember. When I
think we're
try,
blocking it out.
all I can think of is a flash of light and this horrible sound.
What was the horrible sound?
Let's keep pushing.
It was sort of like ding. Oh God, I hear it in my dreams till this day.
Yeah, poor hamster. Yeah. Even if our, you know, Maniac Mansion playthrough didn't fail, I wasn't, gonna do that anyways. I'd feel bad.
How are the folks?
Well, Dad's in the basement doing an experiment. Mom's in the next room spying on a honeymoon. Ted's in the front yard.
Holding up a bowl of lard?
Well, it's a bird bath, actually, but it rhymes better your way.
Let's
well,
see.
Hope I didn't get you too excited. Bye.
Peace be with you.
All right, and you. We're gonna need the hamster. Okay, so let me. It's been a while since we saved. I am thinking of that now, and we'll show this off for anybody who doesn't know. This worked in all previous versions of Day of the Tentacle as well. If you use Weird Ed's computer, you can actually play the full version of Maniac Mansion, which is really cool. You know, it goes all the way back to the original version of this game. They had they just put the full version of their first game in there.
Jeepers!
All right, so he's got his stamp collection here, and while we don't know it yet, we need a stamp. We need a stamp. So let's Let's play a joke on Weird Ed. We like jokes. I think he liked jokes. Yeah, it was sort of like, ding.
Hey, wanna see a neat trick?
Sure.
Neat, huh?
My Pony Express stamp. You ruined my Pony Express stamp. Not to mention 5 years of therapy. Get out of my room.
Jeez, what a grump.
I know.
He should really try to find some outlet for those... negative feelings.
Well, to be fair, we did ruin his outlet for those negative feelings, but we got a stamp here. And we'll pick up his book. We'll give it back to him.
Get out of here.
It's fine now. It was disappearing ink.
Hey, you fixed it. I guess I can forgive you now.
Sometimes I do stupid stuff and I don't even know why. As if my body were being controlled by some demented, sadistic puppet master.
Well, we all feel that way sometimes.
Me? You talking about me? Let's see here. So we'll send the stamp over to Hoagie. He's gonna need it. Oh, right. Okay. Let's check out this room first. Nothing really we can do here. All right. Let's head back downstairs. So, and again, some of these I'm doing ahead of time. We don't necessarily have the puzzles yet. But Laverne, well, so the hamster can't travel through the chronogon. The hamster's gonna need to go through time though, for puzzles in the future. So we just jam it in here in the ice machine.
I'm sorry to do this to you, little fella, but it's for the future of the whole planet.
All right, don't worry, the hamster will be fine. We're just cryogenically freezing it for Laverne in the future, for later. Okay, so I think the time capsule must also be in the future. Okay, so yeah, we got the videotape and the VCR. We need to make Dr. Fred sleepwalk again, and we have the decaf. So let us give him a refill.
Thanks. I needed a little pick-me-up.
You sure do.
Must open safe. Must sign contract. Must provide for family.
All right, so he's going to be opening and closing and reopening the safe. So we go up to Nurse Edna's creepy video camera room where she's been spying on everybody. And we record it. Let's see, use. There we go.
Dr. Fred Edison, Internal Revenue. Come with us.
Uh-oh.
We'd like to go over some of your records with you. Upstairs.
All right, well, that doesn't look very good. We'll rewind. knock it down to extended play, so it's slower, and hit play. All right, 101, 999, 57.
Dr. Fred.
Dr.
Edison.
Fred.
Internal revenue. Come with us.
All right, so now we can get the contract. Of course, it's too late to get the money for the Maniac Mansion game. If only we had a time machine. But alas, he has been kidnapped by the IRS, and he's also in a sleep coma. So we'll have to do that later.
Let's see, it's 101 99957.
All right, well, we got the contract at least.
The party of the first part shall hereby be known as a crazed maniacal genius.
All right, messing with the VCR settings, that's a puzzle that wouldn't work today. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Not so much. Oh, while we're down here, we'll pick up our fake barf. Gotta get the fake barf. All right, so, let me think here. All right, so let's send some stuff to Laverne now that we have her. Oh, well, she can't get it yet.
I waited, but she never picked it up.
That's right.
Hope
that's
she's
right.
okay.
She's been captured. Trying to think what we can do. I don't think we can get the yeah, the vinegar must be in the future. All right, let's head up to the roof.
I can't. It's stuck.
Okay, this is the window we want. All right, Dr. Fred's all tied up by the IRS here. Okay, yeah, let's switch over to Hoagie. Send the red paint to Bernard. How do we do this correctly?
Nah. I just got him untied.
Okay, I think we use the rope out here. There we go. All right. Alrighty. Let's dye our mummy friend red. Good old cousin Ted.
Ted is red. See, red Ted.
There we go. And we'll use the rope. Undead cousin Ted. Perfect. Let's see. Use rope. Pick up rope.
What for?
Oh. That's how we do it. All right, now we just have to do a little switcheroo so we can save Dr. Fred from the IRS. They'll never find him, of course. Let's see. Use...
Thought I heard something. Everything okay in there? Well, try and keep it down, okay?
All right, no problem. We will. Okay, so now we tie the rope to Dr. Fred.
Nah, I'm not gonna make that mistake again.
No? There we go. Much better.
Oof! Dr. Fred, are you okay? Dr. Fred? I'd better get him to the lab. Well, I got him in here, but he's out cold.
All right, well, there's only one thing we can do with that. Regular coffee. Oh, wait, nope. Funnel. Oh, hey, come on. There we go. Get that funnel in. Throw down some coffee.
Damn good coffee.
There we go. All right, so we need him to sign the contract. Oh, do we actually need the gold pen for that? I don't remember, but just in case.
I got the contract for you to sign, Doctor.
Sorry, I don't like to sign things that I haven't read.
All right, so this is like a dialogue puzzle. He refuses to sign it with most options. I think it's like the reverse psychology one though. Let's see.
Oh, forget it. I'll get rid of Purple Tentacle myself.
Oh, yeah? How?
Let's see.
I guess I can't. Hey, did you join a record club lately?
Good God, no! Those things are horrible money-leeching death traps.
Well, there's a delivery man upstairs with a carton of easy listening 8-tracks for you. He says you have to pay for them.
not again!
Unless you sign this refusal form immediately.
There we go. Oh, okay, he had his own pen.
Thanks. That was a close one. Well, good luck.
All right, we got the signed contract. We'll send that over to Hoagie. Let's see. Let's go mail the contract. Oh, meanwhile...
How about an amendment that the president has to be a human being?
Please, this is serious business.
Wouldn't that be
You're
nice?
right.
All right, let's mail the contract.
Yes, what do you want?
Hi there. Is this Dr. Fred Edison?
Who did you think you called? Dr. Spock? Look, I don't have all day.
This is Farley Crock at LucasArts Games. I just discovered your contract among some very old files, and, well, our lawyers say that we have to pay you $2 million in back royalties. For the use of your family in the Maniac Mansion video game.
What?
This is Farley Crock.
No, I heard that, you moron. When do I get my money?
Oh, right now. It's been credited to your Swiss bank account.
Operator, get me a travel agent. This is an emergency.
Hey now. All right. Well, he's got $2 million, so we can buy that diamond. Just imagine if we could be sure that the president is a human and not a lizard person. Yeah, sadly, we did not get that added to the Constitution here, which is a shame.
Couch Potato Shopping Channel, Wanda speaking.
I want to buy a diamond.
That will be $2 million. Do you have a major credit card?
I have a numbered Swiss bank account.
What's the number, sir?
It's 846-427-35327.
Very good, sir. We'll send the diamond by Pronto Post Lightspeed delivery immediately. Thank you for calling.
Now that's service.
All right.
I better get this to Dr. Fred right away.
That should do it. Where did you get this diamond anyway?
It was donated by a group of Girl Scouts who were in the neighborhood.
How heartwarming.
Can we bring back my friends now?
We've repaired the primary device, but before we can do anything, both time pods must be energized as well. Then we can bring back what's his name and who's her face?
Hoagie and Laverne.
Yes! Fine specimens.
All right. All right. I suppose
Get
we
me
should head
out
over
of
to Laverne.
here! I haven't done anything.
Well, you must have done something or you wouldn't be here now, would you? You'd be out in the lobby with your tentacle owner getting dressed up for the human show.
Owner? No one owns me.
Gosh, no owner, you say? Well, don't worry about it. I'm sure someone will come adopt you before we have to put you to sleep.
Damn that Dr. Fred.
Hey, she knows the Edison family motto.
There we go. All right, let's talk to the
Mr.
guard
Tentacle Guy.
What?
Let's see. Yeah, let's do the bathroom
I have to go
first.
to the bathroom.
Ha, that's a good one. Imagine a human using a bathroom.
So we can get a couple of
Come
items.
on, let's take a walk. Okay, human, do your business.
All right, let's see what we got. What does Laverne want? Let's give her the can opener, the spaghetti. Let's head over to Bernard and give her the Boo Boo Be Gone. Maybe the gum? I don't remember. Let's try that anyways. The fork. She wants the fork. I don't think the red paint. The fake barf, definitely. We do need to get something else, but we can worry about that later. Once we have our... Oh, wait. I know what we need to do. Before we go back to Laverne, we need to go back to the roof. And get the crank. That should be good for now. We'll use plug.
I think it'd take a longer cord.
We need like an extension cord, I guess. All right, and we'll do... Oh, okay, the scalpel goes to Bernard. And we'll use the Boo Boo Be Gone with the fence, right?
I wouldn't know where to start.
Do we have to do it on the other side? Or maybe we can't do it yet.
I wouldn't know where to start.
All right.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
It's about time.
Okay. Oh no, we're sick.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
What?
Ooh, I don't feel so good. I think I'm going to throw up all over.
Uh-oh. Time to visit Dr. Tentacle.
Well, what have we here?
I feel pukey.
Indeed. All right, now hold still.
Are you gonna use your scalpel?
No, of course not.
Darn. What? What?
Just as I suspected.
What?
There's nothing wrong with you, human.
What a letdown.
Well, I'm late for the show. I'll send your keeper back for you. Oh. Sit. Stay. Good boy.
All Alright, we got a tentacle chart here. We'll go ahead and take that. We got some diplomas.
License to treat tentacles for the betterment of the tentacle race. License to euthanize humans for the betterment of the tentacle race.
And we got a human chart here.
They've got the spleen mixed up with the liver.
Oh no.
It opens automatically.
Alright. Well, we got some people ready for the human show. But we need to go back outside. Yeah.
Humans aren't allowed to roam free here. I'm taking you back to the kennel.
Sure. That's
I
fine.
wish I had some sort of tentacle disguise.
Yes, we're getting to that. Oh, we gotta use the
Yoo-hoo,
bathroom.
Mr.
again.
Tentacle Guy.
What?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, all right. Come on, let's take a walk. Okay, human, do your business.
Alright. Let's, yeah, send the tentacle chart to Hoagie. Alright, we as far as historical changes that we've made, we got the basement vacuum cleaners added to every home, and we are now going to change the American flag. All right, perfect. Actually, let me... What items do we got? Oh, well, while we're here with Bernard, we'll take the scalpel to old Uzo the Clown. Alright, pick up the box of laughs, and we'll send that over to Laverne. And we'll send the gold pen back to Ogie. Alright.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
It's about time.
Oh no, we're sick again.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
What?
Ooh, I don't feel so good.
Again?
Yes, again. Alright, let's head out. Okay, so is it safe? Yes. Okay, perfect. Alright, use the crank so we can get the tentacle flag down. Don't remember if we need the crank again, but we'll pick up the flag and we'll put it on. And we are now a tentacle, so we have free reign. Okay, alright, let's have a little look around. Let's see, open. Nothing in there. Okay. That's for the kennel.
Say, cutie, What brings a hot tentacle babe like you to a dump like this?
I'm here to see you, big boy.
Really? Well, what are you doing for dinner? How about Club Tentacle? What am I saying? I can't afford to take out the trash, let alone a classy babe like you.
I'm here by accident. Bye.
Hey, I don't want to be here either.
You know, same. Work, right? Oh, let's see. Let's head upstairs.
Stupid tentacle.
Ah ha ha, that's right.
Looks like there's some kind of rodent down there.
Alright, let us pick up our frozen hamster.
I don't think I can put that in the chronojohn.
Right. Okay, and we got the time capsule.
I can't pick it up. Maybe I can open it.
Yes, my bad. Let's use the can opener. Alright, we got our vinegar finally. Let's go send that over to Hoagie. And
I don't think I can put that in the chronojohn.
Wait. I'm dumb. I remember what I'm supposed to do. We gotta go visit the big guy sleeping. Put the dime in with the Fickle Fingers coin slot. And the other dime in. There we go. Pick up the sweater.
Ew, it's soaking wet.
Well, seems like a perfect time to put it in the dryer. Get it nice and dry.
There's nothing in there to dry.
Oh, open. Put the sweater in. And use our giant pile of quarters. Later that day.
Whew.
Let's see, what does the plaque say?
In commemoration of the Constitutional Convention interred by Thomas Jefferson AD 1790. Run over by a plow AD 1795. Sorry about the dents.
There we go. Clearly the best room in the game. Alright, there's our extension cord as well. We'll be back for the mummy later.
Tell me, Lieutenant, how do you really feel about humans?
Honestly, sir, I think they're filthy, obscene, foul, sickening, like the stuff in your eyes when you wake up, like the wax that builds up behind your suction cups after a few days.
That's enough, son. I just wanted to be sure you weren't one of those humanist sympathizers. What with this ridiculous human show going on here, there's humophiles everywhere.
I'm no humophile, sir.
And
that's good. Now let me tell you about a little plan I have.
Alright, let's go ahead and save. I think we might end there tonight. We've been going for about 4 hours. We'll be doing these adventure games once a week on Thursdays. So next Thursday we'll be back to finish this one. We should be able to do it relatively quickly. And then we'll probably move on to checking out Zach McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders that day, which is one that I have not played, so that should be interesting. Getting stuck on old school adventure game puzzles, I can't wait. But tomorrow we are back to our 2-day horror game fest, and we're gonna finish Penumbra Necrolog. We're gonna finally finish it, and then we're gonna move on to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Gonna be doing a Malkavian playthrough with the fan patch that adds the cut content, so I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, that is it for tonight. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Always a lot of fun. And I'll set up the usual raid thing once I get out of here. Thanks to anybody who watches the VODs after the fact or on YouTube. I upload all my stuff to YouTube. It's the same screen name, Vertigo to Hell. We're over there. Thank you everybody. Hope everybody has a good night or day, whatever time zone you're in. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.